Welcome everybody to the Porsche Mode channel. We have some really exciting news that we have now signed a much bigger premises. So we're going to be all under one roof, and I feel like this is the next step for Porsche Mode, and it's going to just make things a lot more easier for everybody from a customer point of view and for ourselves. Because our current workshop, as you'll probably know when you come down, we have been there 8 years and it's done us really well, but we have outgrown it over the 8 years. And I feel now that we're stepping up to the next level, and this is going to be our new home for the foreseeable future. So come with me and I'll walk you through. We have already moved some cars in from our storage facility because, well, in true solicitor style, we didn't complete on the day we're meant to complete or before. We completed a few days afterwards. So I'd already given notice on our storage facility. So the last couple of days, a lot of people, friends and family, have come to hand and helped us move all the cars over from the storage facility to here. So they are here, but these cars will be stacked, which I'll walk you through in a minute. So yeah, our current parking at the minute is we're down in the bottom corner and we're very pinched in, and the yard itself, which we'll show a walkthrough video of our current situation, and the yard itself is just not looked after. We don't know who owns it, nobody takes responsibility for it, and it's just turned into a bit of a scrap yard, which I do find from our customers' point of view, it doesn't portray us very well, as in the work we do. So yeah, I'll walk you through the layout we're going to have in Porsche Mode, and basically how everything's going to be laid out, set up, and how big our new premises is. So come with me. Not only now have we got our own customer car parking out the side, we'll also have a lovely electric shutter door. And coming into the unit, our current unit, we've only got two poster ramps, which one has to do our alignment. At the new unit, we're going to have, this is going to be a 4 poster ramp, which is going to be specifically for wheel alignments. So a dedicated bay for that. Over here, behind me with the white 997, is going to be our first service 2 poster ramp, which we've got marked out on the floor. Again, this one's going to be the second 2 poster. Here's going to be the third 2 poster, and then spinning around behind the alignment machine is going to be a long-term 4th 2 poster, which is a massive upgrade from our current facilities, because we have 2 posters at the minute and that's it, with no space. Whereas now we're going to be going from 2 posters to 4 posters plus to a dedicated 4-wheel alignment machine and ramp. What we tend to find is we book work in for servicing and stuff like this, but we do get often people that want to do an alignment on the day, and we can't accommodate that because all our ramps are tied up. Having a dedicated alignment bay, we can just do drive in, drive out alignments, and we're not having to worry about jiggling cars about and all that kind of stuff. Over the back, this is where all the cars that are currently outside, when all the ramps arrive, so we have got some car stackers that are coming, all the cars outside are going to be stacked on the back ramps, so these all will be tidied away, which I'll explain to you now. So right here, these two cars are going to be on a double car stacker that will raise up in the air, which will allow us to put another two underneath. And it's the same again. I'll stand in the middle of these two cars. These will be up in the air, and we can put another two cars underneath. That's going to be on that side. Basically straight down the middle, we're going to flip it and it's going to be symmetrical to this side. So although we've got a load of junk which we've moved out, we'll clear through all this, and once we get storage and racking and ramps in, this will be packed away. But where I'm standing, there will be two cars up in the air, another two underneath, and same in that corner, there'll be another two car stacker. So we're going from a tiny 1,500 square foot workshop with a 3,000 storage facility quite far away to all being under one roof, and it's just going to make things a lot easier, especially with the car stackers. So that's going to be where the ramp's going to be laid out, which the ramp guys are in this week. And once that's all in, we can then start putting all the cabinets in, we can get the stackers in, and we roughly know all the big dimensions. We've mapped it all out, hence the red tape, and then we can fit all the rest of the stuff around it, like storage, the wheel machine, all that kind of stuff. I'll do a rundown on all the cars that are in here at the minute, and we can have a little bit of a talk about them. So this Porsche 930 belongs to Laurie, my dentist. We, funny enough, brought this car off a customer that last had its service with us 12 years ago. Before the business was mine. I've had the business 8 years, but 12 years ago, previous owner to Porsche Mode, serviced this car. Unfortunately, the previous owner, did have a collision with a deer there and there, and he stuck it away for 12 years. He never got it repaired, put it in a container just on the outskirts of Bristol, right by IKEA. So if you drive out the M32 and you see all the boob containers, this was there for about 12 years. And in the end, he said, look, I'm never going to repair it. I need to sell the car. So we ended up buying it off of him. And then, yeah, my dentist said, look, I'm after a project car. I do want a 930. So you will see this. We're going to do a full feature of stripping it down. Laurie is going for wide body arches all round to make it look like a turbo, and then we're going to do a full restoration underneath, fresh paint job. This car will come with his own series of special videos of all the processes we go through. This 987 Blue Cayman is our track car. It is looking a bit sad. There's multiple things behind this car. Again, this will be another video, because I feel like this car's got its own story. We brought it under good faith, and we brought it probably 18 months ago. And the first time we took it out on track, apparently it had a full engine rebuild and, you know, all the bells and whistles done on it. But the car after 5 laps started knocking. So the engine is out, it's done the cranking. So we've got to rebuild the engine with a new crank, basically build it to our standards, because whoever done it before didn't do a very good job because the engine lasted 5 laps. And also, peeling off the wrap, it's taken off all the paint, which is annoying because it's a really nice blue. However, we are going to put a new wing on it, new bumper, and then we're going to get the whole car painted and put our livery all over it for next year's race season. I won't talk too much about the Nissan, but that is a good friend of mine called Scott's, and it's here because it needs some treatment underneath. We might put that on the ramp just as a laugh to show you how bad it is without Scott knowing. Because he said, don't put it on the ramp because it's quite bad underneath. Here we have a 3.7 Cayman, which we will sell shortly. We've had it 2 years now as a track car, as a kind of like fast road track car. It's been really good to us, but I would probably say this summer we're going to sell this and concentrate on the track car. The 996 here, really early car, really nice colour. It has got a bent valve, we believe, so it is one of our cars. We brought it off a customer who I think, instead of going into fourth gear, he went down in second because he's got a short shifter on it, an eBay special, which we don't advise because things like this happen. We will never supply and fit those. It's only customers, if they supply us with it, we'll fit the part. But I do say to them, the eBay shifter's not great. And he literally drove this car away after we done it. 20 minutes later, rang me up, the engine's got a fault. So we think he's money shift, basically. Money shifted and caused that issue. We have this quite crazy spec'd 996 turbo that's been turned into a wide-bodied track car. It's had quite a lot of work done to it, not all done by ourselves, but we, from last week, the two customers that own the car asked us to run it. It's got quite a good spec. When we get it on the ramp next, we'll walk you through it. There is a lot of issues. We have done quite a bit of work on this car recently because it had a handling issue. That's why it came into us. So we have done a wave track LSD because it's a 996 gearbox which had the front differential removed to make it rear wheel drive instead of four wheel drive that the 996 turbos are. But the customers who bought the car, they were under the understanding that it had a limited slip diff in the gearbox. Anyway, when we drained the oil, it was just a complete open diff, no limited slip diff. And then there was various other things throughout the car that people hadn't spotted before, like the front anti-roll bar was bent. So instead of being perfectly level like this, it was twisted. And there was various other things wrong with the car. So we've sorted that out. We went to Donington last week, and it's the first time in well over a year that this car has actually managed to turn up to a track day and drive around all day with no issues. There are some teething problems that we did find out, but we will get them sorted ready for their next track day. But a couple of little teething things was the dual mass flywheel started rattling, so we're probably going to go to a single mass. But again, when we start working on this car, we'll run you through it and we'll show you all the upgrades we're going to do to it. Same with the engine. It's apparently running 600 horsepower, but when I went on track, it definitely didn't feel like it. So we're going to do our magic on the engine, make sure it's running its full potential, and get it running so it's reliable to turn up to a track day. Oh yeah, the next car we have here this is one of our sales cars, which is a 991 Gen 1 Carrera S convertible. Really nice spec and mileage. You can find that on our Auto Trader. Same with this car. This is a car on sale or return. It's a 2014 981 Boxster. Again, you can find that car on our Auto Trader website. This is one of our cars which we brought off a really good customer who went to a 991 Gen 2 GT3. It's a 997 Gen 2 Carrera S with all the spec. Again, you can find that car on Auto Trader. We have my 997 Turbo, which we've done loads to. Again, we're going to do a separate video on that car of all the prep we've done to it and various track days we've been on. So coming outside, we have the Panamera Turbo S Platinum Edition, which has got an unbelievable spec, front and rear heated and air conditioned seats. It's got the carbon pack. It's got basically pretty much everything on it apart from ceramics, so that will be up for sale shortly. We have a Fiesta which we took in part exchange against our 981 Cayman, which we covered in another video. We have a lovely 987 Gen 2 Boxster S, which is on our Auto Trader website. We have a 996 convertible, which has had an engine rebuild, but that'll be coming up for sale shortly. Then moving on to the back row. Sadly, this won't be for sale. That is going to become our workshop car, but we have an early generation, well, we actually have the first generation Cayman, that's right. We have a first generation KN here, 3.2. This car we looked after for about 5 years for a customer called Harvey. Then I brought it, I had it 3 years. Then I sold it to another customer. Then I ended up buying it back. Then I sold it to somebody else. Then I brought it back. Then I had it for sale, and Adam, one of my employees, was employee at the time. He was like, oh, I really want a KN. So I sold it to Adam, and then about 2 years later, Adam went and brought something else, and I brought it back off Adam. So this car is like a boomerang. So I think we're gonna do something really, really cool with that. Maybe do like an off-road kind of thing with it, lift it up, put some really cool wheels on it, roof rack and all the bits, because it just seems to come back and it's such a good car. It's never let us down. I think that we should treat it to something funky and keep it as like a Porsche Mode hire car. We have this A-Class which came in to us, A250, which came into us as a trade-in, so that's up for sale on Auto Trader. We have a 997 with British Racing green kind of exterior paint and a green interior with really low mileage, which is 43,000. Got to do a few bits on this. That's going to go up for sale. The 996 Carrera, unsure on what we're going to do with that at the minute. It is a Cat D write-off. So we did buy it as a track car. We were going to plan to strip it out, put a full cage in there, basically turn it into another Porsche club car that we can race, that car and our Cayman in the same series. So that's going to be a long project. We'll probably won't get that done this year. We'll concentrate on our Cayman, getting that engine up and running, and then focus on that maybe next year. And then in the corner, which we will see shortly in a YouTube special, is a 986 Boxster S, which we're going to see if we can get running. It's in a bit of a sorry state, but it doesn't start. There's lots of things wrong with it, but it is quite low mileage. I believe it's about 45,000 miles, and we're going to run you through basically everything of a car being stood up for so long. We're going to try rescue it, see if we can get it back on the road, because we feel like it's worth saving. And that is the rundown of everything we've got here at the minute, but there are some other bits that we'll have to bring over from our current workshop premises. Once we've got the stackers in, all this stuff outside will be on the stackers and be cleared out the way so we can have space for all our customers' cars. But if you follow me, the nice thing about this unit is we're going to have a waiting area and our own reception area, and we're going to have some office space as well. So if you follow me up the stairs, instead of sending people over the cafe or dropping them into town or basically saying to people, we haven't got anywhere for you to wait, like our current facility is basically we're maxed out of space. We're now going to have somewhere where you can actually just sit and wait for your car or connect to the Wi-Fi and work while we do whatever we need to do on your car. So follow me upstairs. So this is something we currently don't have. Space, office space for customers, kitchen area. So our current premises, we don't have anywhere for a customer to wait. We are quite limited on space where we are. But this place is going to be different because we're going to have our own kind of kitchen area, which we're getting installed. It's going to have a fridge, freezer, kitchen cabinets here, and then this area here is going to be our lounge area. So we're going to have our TV on the wall, we're going to have a sofa over in the corner, we're going to have a cool coffee table which we've ordered, which I think will look really good in here, go with the vibe. And then we're going to have a couple of chairs. Over the other side, we're going to have the reception desk is going to go in this kind of area. We have got a racing sim rig coming from Apex Race Rooms over in Cardiff. That's going to go in this corner. So customers, while they're doing that, they can have a few laps around the Nürburgring, which I think would be really cool. So in here, we're going to have 2 or 3 desks with a big whiteboard behind us here on this wall. And this is basically going to be the Porsche Mode ideas. That's a walkthrough of the brand new facilities at Porsche Mode. What we'll do is, as we get stuff installed, week by week, we'll run you through all the bits we've had installed, the ramps, the storage ramps over the back, all the racking, the tool stations we're going to have, and basically we'll do you kind of like a garage vlog of the progress we've made of the building. And I feel this is going to be like a mini main dealership, which is just another level that we can offer the customer. All the new facilities we have behind me now and upstairs are just going to really elevate Porsche Mode into a mini main dealership, which is what we want to become. We've got all the skills, we've got all the right tools. We now have the unit which suits our needs now, which is going to be much more professional for everybody. Customers coming in, all the staff. It's just going to make Porsche Mode a much better place to be. If you want to follow us through the whole build stage of this new unit, like and subscribe our video, and follow us on Instagram as well, which is Porsche Mode Bristol. Like to that, and you're not going to miss up on an update of all the exciting things we've got to come, including what we've talked through already. There's lots of new stuff that's going to be coming to the channel on a weekly basis, and we're all excited to be in this sizable unit, and it's a big step for Porsche Mode.